What is going on, everyone? My name's Alpha, and today we are bringing you a pretty special video. It's kind of Christmassy. So to preface, I obviously got this video idea from PokeTips. He made a video on can you beat Leon with a Magikarp. So if you guys have not watched that, I recommend watching that. But today we're going to pull off our own spin on it. We're going to use Snom. Now, people love Snom. If you ever go on a Sword and Shield community tab, Snom and Wooloo is everywhere. That's why I'm doing those two first for my Sword and Shield challenges. I actually put out a poll saying which one should I do first, and Snom was a big voter for Sword and Shield challenge, even though it wasn't even on the ballot. So anyways, obviously the title is Can You Beat Champion Leon with Only a Snom? Now, Snom is not a very good Pokemon. Just like Magikarp is pretty useless. Now, it has some good traits though, good quality traits. So I can give you an idea how bad it is, I'm going to go into the Champions Cup and just try it out. Because we are fighting Leon, but we're going to fight Leon on a harder difficulty in its rematch where it's 10 levels higher, around 70-ish, opposed to when it's level 63 while you're playing through the story. So we're first going to do a control group, see how well it does. So we're booted up, we have a level 70 Snom, and we head into the first trainer. First trainer has a Gigalith, so it's not exactly fair to say it's a control group, but I Dynamax, I do about half, and then I lose straight off the bat like that. So it's not too reliable in damage, defense, HP, speed. It's not that good. Okay, we get that, but we can make it better. So luckily, Snom actually has a hidden ability called Ice Scales. Ice Scales reduces special attacking moves done to it by half. Now to get it, we have to go to certain dens. So we're going to do this den trick. If you guys do not know, the den trick is where you turn down the attack speed and then reset in front of a well to get whatever Pokemon you want from the den without actually using wishing pieces and without actually doing the other raids that you don't want to. So I know what it's called, only Snom run, but we have to build the Snom. It takes a lot of building, and we're gonna go through a lot of building processes. So we end up fighting this Frostmoth, which I would say Frostmoth could have been a really good Pokemon. Could have just been an ice form of Volcarona if it was faster and it was just a little bit better. But unfortunately, it's not as good as Volcarona, and nothing will be. But this thing was pretty close. It has it has Volcarona's exact moveset, just ice form, and unfortunately, it's not as good. Imagine if it has Frost Body. That'd be cool. And like Flame Body, but like ice. If you make contact with it, you freeze. Anyways, we catch Frostball, and luckily it does have its hidden ability, and also it's a female, so it can pass down its hidden ability. So we're also gonna need some egg moves. So Frostmoth and Snom are in the bug egg group, so we're going to need some bug Pokemon from the egg groups. And now two Pokemons from those egg groups that we need are Arachnid and Cutiefly. Cutiefly for Fairy Wind to get a Fairy move on it, and as well Arachnid to get Magic Coat on it to reflect special moves. Tons of breeding later, we get one Snom with Magic Coat and another Snom with Fairy Wind. Now we're just going to keep going until we actually get like the proper genders for them. We can't have the female one with Shield Dust because we need it with Ice Scales to pass it down to the offspring. But once everything's done, we could put those two Snoms together and then make the perfect Snom with Ice Scales as an ability, Magikarp and Fairy Wind as attacking moves. Also has Powder Snow and Struggle Bug as his movesets. And we're going to need a Bow Nature for this run. It has enough special defense to wall stuff. Now we're just going to have a little more defense to, hopefully survive. So once we get that, we save. And then we power up our Snom to level 70. Get all its stuff ready. And then we head into a Leon fight. Next Leon attempt didn't go too well. As you can see, Leon decides to use Steel Beam. Now it one-shots me, and that's not a good sign. So we're going to re-challenge Leon with a level 100 this time. So now you guys cannot complain that I overload the Snom because, well, clearly we need it. We need all the levels we can get. Now Leon hits me with the Steel Beam once again, but luckily I survive with almost all my HP gone. But luckily for us, we actually have rest as a move, so it's not too bad. What's awful is that he actually has the Rhyperior, and well, there's nothing I can do. So I'm Dynamax to max guard and hopefully avoid it, but there's only so much I can do before it kills me eventually, and it does. So we're gonna retry this with items this time. Now the items will actually really benefit us. We give an X special, an X speed, an X special defense, and an X defense to our Snom, and we got through most of them. We got through Aegislash without taking damage because it King Shields twice, and this Rhyperior gets one shot with my Dynamax Ice Storm. That's one thing to put in to consider. And even with an X speed, our Snom at level 100 is still slower than a Dragapult. But we do one-shot the Dragapult. We don't take too much from the Flamethrower, even though it's 4 times weak. We do have Ice Scale, so it weakens it. And we have an Eviolite, just to mention, as well. We one-shot the Rillaboom as well. But unfortunately, the Charizard comes out and actually stomps in Snom, and we lose. Even with items, we lose. So we obviously retried, and we give it more items and more healing moves. Now, considering this, Snom is not a very good Pokemon, but I want you guys to stick around because we are not finished yet. Once this run is over with the items, we're going back with no items, and we're going to try it again. However, this is obviously more testing. As you can see, Shadow Ball does not do too much, and we get through Aegislash. We one-shot the Rhyperior, we one-shot the Dragapult, we one-shot the Rillaboom. Charizard comes out, and Max Rockfalls me. It teeters in Max Rockfall or G-Max Wildfire. I thought I would always use G-Max Wildfire, but it's an interesting one. It doesn't exactly follow a certain like move pattern, so I can't predict it all the time. Like all his Pokemon choose different moves on my Snom. His Aegislash will switch between Sacred Sword, Shadow Ball, and like obviously in between he would use King Shield to go back to his shield form. His Dragapult will always use Flamethrower. That's a no-brainer. His Rhyperior will use Heat Crash or Stone Edge. Heat Crash, obviously he wouldn't use Heat Crash when I'm in Dynamax form because it doesn't work like that. And his Charizard would switch between Rockfall, G-Max Wildfire, and if I get to a third turn, he will sometimes use Max Airstream. So that's very interesting. If we use healing items, we can actually get through Leon and his Charizard in this fight. But that seems a bit cop-out, and we beat Leon by spamming items. So let's actually go back. Let's restart the game. So what we gather is that Snom is not that good. Most of its opposition are special attackers, besides Rhyperior and the Sacred Sorting, Aegislash, and upcoming the Rillaboom. However, it seems like a Calm Nature would be better for this Snom, and we obviously max it up. We also give it max special defense. Give it some speed. Base speed is actually really slow, and it's slower than Rhyperior. So if we give it 3 Carbos, it will outspeed Rhyperior 100% of the time this time. And that will come and play a bit later. And also, we give the rest of it to its HP, so it gives it maximum bulk. We also get rid of Fairy Wind this time, because Struggle Bug actually lowers the special attack of other Pokemons. The moveset will be Powder Snow, Struggle Bug, Rest, and Miracle, with an Eviolite and Ice Scales on it. So this thing is pretty tanky for a Snom. Not a normal Pokemon, for a Snom it's very tanky. So we also use one of my really rare Golden Bottle Caps to max out this Snom's IVs all the ways. And then we head into Champion Leon. Now Leon obviously sends out his Aegislash. One thing we learned from the item testing is that if it used Steel Beam, it will not use Steel Beam again because it will kill itself. And the AI will never kill itself. So if it used Steel Beam the first time, we can use Rest and rest up all of our HP, and it will never hit us too hard again with the Steel Beam. Now our first attempt actually leads us to the final battle, but it used G-Max Wildfire and we die, unfortunately. But we're getting progress. We're getting progress. I promise you guys a satisfactory ending. So we understand that Aegis-Slash is no longer a big factor because we have rest and it can't really hurt us too much. We also point out that Rhyperior dies in one shot to Ice Storm, and we can outspeed it now. We also take the special defense hit pretty well, and we can kill Dragapult and Rillaboom in one shot, but that means we run out of Dynamax and we go into our small state. And mirror coating this sometimes doesn't kill it, and that's a big oof because we lose. Going back to the testing phases, we found out that Rillaboom still has knockoff and it doesn't use Endeavor all the time. And knockoff will knock off our Eviolite and making us weaker, and guarantee Charizard killing us in one hit. Oof, a lot of work. This took 6 hours to find out what works and what doesn't. By the way, I spent 11 to 2 a.m. and then woke up the next day 9 to 1 p.m. I do not have a life. Thankfully, I'm on a winter's break from school. We actually find out that Rhyperior can, 1, get frozen against our moves, and which is a big plus for us because that means we don't have the Dynamax. And also 2, Stone Edge can miss. So if Rhyperior ever uses Stone Edge over Heat Crash, it can miss. So if we kill Rhyperior without sustaining too much damage on our Snow, so if we crit our first attack and then to 2-shot it, we need to crit the Rhyperior the first time. Hopefully it misses Stone Edge, and then we 2-shot it without using Dynamax. And then Dragapult will do not too much to us because we're in Dynamax still. And Rillaboom hopefully doesn't use knockoff. And also in the beginning, Aegis-Slash has to double King Shield, so we leave its battle with full HP. A string of luck, impossible, almost impossible basically. But at the end, this G-Max Charizard also has to follow a pattern that for us to win, it has to follow a pattern. So it has to allow us to attack it. So it obviously outspeeds us. Even with the speed buff we gave it, Carbos, we're still not faster than Charizard. However, we still live it comfortably when we hit it with a Max Hailstorm. And then hopefully it uses Max Rockfall, which is a special move because it's coming from Ancient Power, because we could live it pretty easily, and we do. We live Max Rockfall because it's not Stab, because it's not its G-Max move, and we hit it with a Mirror Coat, and there it is. We actually beat Leon with this Snom. We beat Leon with a Snom. Ow, how can we beat? It's not possible. We beat Leon with a Snom, and my life is complete. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. My name's been Alpha. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It actually took a lot of brain power for once to actually make this possible. Snom is actually a very special Pokemon. It's very wintry, I guess. It's like a Santa hat. So it's pretty fitting for the holiday season. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you guys are new. Check out PokeTips. Check out PokeTips video on his Magikarp run. That's where I first saw this challenge, and obviously give credit to where I took the idea from. And I hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday. Stay safe and don't fight Leon with a Snom. Anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Alpha, and I'm out. Peace.